today. I'm going to continue with Polish, especially that tomorrow's class, Friday. I want to get through a little bit more. Let's see what we can do. Chisasa ben Bakr. We have another 5 minutes to our lesson, so let's continue with this. Chisasa ben Bakr, oiloi zevach. If you bring a cattle, a larger animal, larger than a ram, as either a burnt offering, or zevach, or a shlamim offering, l'fali neder, a shlamim l'Hashem, to fulfill a vow, v'yekir vow ben abakar, and together with the gift of the bull, the young bull, mincha should bring a meal offering, not just 2, but 3/10 of a isar and a flour. I'm sorry, 3/10 of a ephah. Well, the b'shem and chatzi, and it has to be also larger oil. It has to be a half of a hin. A hin is 1.5 gallons. Has to be half of that. But and also the wine has to pour. To give the nesach as a libation, as a pouring. You pour. You don't burn the wine in fire. The other stuff gets burnt in the fire, but the wine gets poured on the altar. Chatzi hin also has to be a half of a hin. As a meal offering to Hashem. So it's very simple. Sheep, you got to bring 1/10 of flour, and I think it's 1/4 of oil and wine. A ram, which is a bigger animal, you got to bring 2/10 of flour and 1/3 of wine and oil. And a young bull has to bring 3/10 of an ephah and also a half of the hin for oil and a half for wine. Verse 11. So should be done for a ox or a ram. Whether it is when you bring a sheep, whether it's a young sheep or an old sheep, a goat, it's 13 months and up, depending whatever age it is. This is the rule. This is the ingredients. When you make ingredients, whenever you bring this animal, you bring, if it's a sheep or a goat, you bring the lower amount. If it's a ram, you bring the higher amount of gifts with it. And if it's a young bull, you bring even the higher amounts with it. And there is a calculation for everything, how much the additional gifts have to come along with the original gift of the animal that you brought as a sacrifice. And all the locals, now he's going to go on just to say that a Jew and a convert, everyone has to be treated equally. Anyone that's a local, a native, has to do these rules. To make a good smell offering to Hashem, bring the additional gifts. And even when there's a convert, verse 14, when a convert moves among you, or someone who lived you for many generations, wants to bring a pleasing smelling offering, an animal sacrifice to Hashem, just like the regular Jews have to do, the converts have to do the same exact thing, follow the same recipe. A call to the congregation, is one rule for everybody, no exclusions. Lachem, to you, like to the converts that live, the proselytes of converts who live among you. For all generations, stays the same rule. A native and a proselyte, a convert, has to have the same Torah, one Torah, one rule for you, and the convert that lives among you.